loves, and welcome back to my channel. If you follow my channel, you probably know already that we spent a week in Santorini. The real reason why we went to visit the island was actually that we were invited for a wedding. If you see my blog as well, I have sort of a habit or routine. Whenever I go for a wedding, I really like to create my own dress. So I did it for a wedding in Budapest, I did it for a wedding in Malta. I can link those different dresses. So this wedding wasn't any different. I really wanted to create my own dress. And I saw a dress on Miranda Kerr. I believe she actually wore that dress for the Oscars. Especially the back detail, the pearls really caught my eye. So I thought that I could recreate something similar. I didn't really want it to go in the direction of having like a very big skirt like she has, because big skirt is for the bride. I can still wear like something long, but not necessarily like something very big and flowy. So I went for a more simple lined maxi dress, and I had a fake pearl necklace which I ordered like somewhere October-November time for a 20s style party. So I thought that I could reuse that for having it as a strap at the back. So I definitely wanted something backless and using some pearls to achieve the same style, and definitely having something long. So I found a Burda pattern that I really liked. I will link that down below as well. It's a very beautiful long dress. Actually, it's also a wedding dress in that Burda magazine, but well, I created out of a different fabric. I found a beautiful pattern fabric, a lightweight pattern fabric in a local shop in London. So I bought like 3 meters, which turned out to be much more than I needed. So I would say that for that dress, actually, it's enough to have like 1.5 meter potentially, because I think I haven't used half of it. So it would be enough to have for this dress 1.5 meter, maximum 2, depending on how tall you are and your size. Yeah, so I got the fabric, I had the pearl necklace, and of course I needed the Burda magazine, a matching thread. The zip I had, I believe it was around like 30-40 centimeters, so normally I have that length, and normally I rather like to get like a longer zip, just to make sure that I have enough length for the dress. Actually, this is the first time that I was working with invisible zipper, and the first time that I applied the technique successfully. I think this is the first time when my zipper looks like really good and really nicely done. I also used the Wonder tape to help keeping the zip in place. But you don't necessarily need to have that, but it's of course always useful to have. You will need a few hooks for the back piece. That's all what I used for this project. I'm really happy how it turned out. I hope that you will enjoy this video as well and give it a try. Let me know if you do. I would love to see your recreations. So if you would like to know how I made this dress, then keep on watching.
Whenever I start a new sewing project, I like to organize it in my mind into bigger sections, in what order I'm going to put the garment together. I hope this will also make it easier for you to follow this sew along. I will start out putting the front pieces together, then moving on to making the back pieces into one. Once we have the front and the back, we will stitch the sides together, which will include inserting the invisible zip. Lastly, we will need to finish off with the hemming and inserting the pearl back detail. I take in the darts in the front skirt piece using pins as markers. The front top piece has the hem cut out already, so we will just need to fold in and iron down the side hems. Carefully stitch it down close to the edge. Measure the width of your pearls, then fold the top in and sew it down, making sure you leave enough room for the pearls to go through. Now you just need to stitch the top and the skirt piece together. Moving on to the back piece, I take in the darts in the top back pieces. Next, I sew the cut out hem piece onto the top. Once done, I fold it inwards and sew it down closely to the edge. I move on to the skirt piece and take the darts in. Now we can stitch the top and skirt pieces of the back together. Place them on each other right side facing, then stitch it down. If ready, just sew together the central seam of the back. Now you need to stitch the sides together. On the right side, we will also insert a zip. Measure the length of the zip and mark it on the side of your dress where the zip would end. We will stitch the whole side of the dress together, but from the mark upwards you will need to use the largest seam size, as once we place the zip in, you will need to get rid of those seams. From the mark down, you will use your normal seam size. Stitch the side together, but don't forget to stop by the marker and change the seam size. Now iron the seam allowance to the side and place the wonder tape on both sides of the seam. Remove the paper from the tape and stick the zip in there, making sure that the zip exactly follows the seam line. Now stitch the zip in place. You will start a few centimeters below the top. Now remove the stitches from the zip opening. Finish off your stitching on the top of the zip as well. Now it is time to try the dress on and make any adjustments to the size if necessary, and hem the bottom of the skirt. If all good, we can add the pearl strings, cut the necklace and drive it through the top piece. By crossing the pearls at the back, measure the length you will need from the necklace. Remove the excess length. Using a needle and thread, add the little hooks to the back of the dress and to the end of the pearl necklace. Use the little knot before your pearl to secure the hook too. As always, I was making this dress last minute and literally added the last hooks in Santorini on the day of the wedding. Here you need a bit of patience, but don't give up, it will be worth it in the end. Now put on the dress, it is ready for the party. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more DIY videos. Thanks so much for watching, see you next time!